We got a couple changes we're going to be doing for the next couple quarter-mile races we got coming up. Beautiful. Definitely killed us a lot of bugs today. If you guys remember the old AGP 80mm turbo, now this little 76 works really well for us on the 8th mile. We can utilize that turbo quite a bit more. Okay, we got another turbo we're going to be putting on the white car. The new Terminator X and the boost control we got set up. But we have this pretty much set up to where we can hot swap the turbos. So this is a custom built AGP 80mm turbo. It's got a 125 twin scroll. Now this has been modified for our system here in our white car, as we have a T4 flange on our hot side. If we could utilize this turbo with the two-step and the launch control, we'll definitely put some more mile an hour down. I want to take this rear housing off because I want to measure the wheel, because I don't remember what he had told me the exhaust wheel was. I've been pretty happy with what the 7675 has done for us here. There's a couple quarter-mile races coming up. We'll get a little more mile an hour out of the car and see what happens. And last year when we had this at the track at Quaker, couldn't get the car to launch and bogged real bad. Ran like a 960 or whatever at like 152. So the mile an hour was there. And with the Holley stuff, it's going to make a big difference. So to give me a chance to check this wheel too. It's like an 87, 82 maybe. I think that's what we had discussed. But it's got like a small housing on it, so it should spool pretty good. This is the AGP billet wheel that he had made. So let's measure this out. 87, 80. I'm pretty sure this is where you measure the turbo at. Nonetheless, at least I got an idea of what it looks like. You can definitely see the size difference here. The nice thing about having the 7675 is it spooled really quick. It left like a nitrous car. I didn't have to rely on two-step or whatever. Just curious to see what we got holding on the table with this, with the new tuning software and what the Holley can do for us. We're gonna have the two-step set up. I think this is still spooled pretty quick. 2 seconds on the two-step. If we can make this turbo leave like that turbo did, definitely has an advantage. So we have this flange set up on our easy swap. Shouldn't take too much longer. Yep, pretty easy install. Got a little adapter there. Fit up the cold side one more time. Drain feed, easy peasy. Fired up. Okay, just like that, me and Cousin Paul got that pretty much switched over. I had already built this system about a year ago with the down pipe and, you know, kind of integrated with the aluminum pipe. We had to make a little adapter here. It's not perfect yet, but with the coupe on the horizon. But we got a bunch of room in there to mess around with the coupe and be able to change some stuff up. But for now, this is gonna work. Just gotta get the wideband set up and we'll give it a fire. I don't know what I'd do without Cousin Paul sometimes, but we're gonna give it a first fire. He had to get out real quick. Probably off. I don't know if that bung's gonna work. So at this point, the car was running pretty rough. Wondered why the wideband wasn't actually working. Where I actually had it hooked up on the down pipe was a little bit too far down, so it was collecting water. After knocking out 2 widebands, figured out, well, I better pull this pipe back out real quick and make a new O2 bung in a better location. Lesson learned, I should have knew better. It is what it is. Moving on. Runs pretty good. I actually had a wideband go out, but I'm pretty sure it was ready to go out to begin with. I'm gonna go out there and make a little bit of a street hit on it. See where our tune's at. So load another tune that I've been messing with for this. Yep, definitely working now. All right, let's go make a hit. About to hit the road. Make sure our CO2's turned on and our regulator. Okay, we're gonna go for a ride in with our new turbo. See how well it pulls. Check the tune. Yep. So what I just put on the car was an 8087 from AGP turbo. It's got the billet wheel on it, so it's gonna be One thing I did notice is my gas gauge is creeping down. And if you watch the Holly, dropping fuel pressure, sending it lean. So I got to keep an eye on that. That's why I got to keep my. That's why I got to keep my fuel, you know, 1/2 to 3/4, so you don't get pressure drop. But yeah, earlier I was getting pressure drop every time I'd start to hit the brakes. I think it was sloshing too much fuel, but my gauge wasn't reading all that well. We're not out here to kill the car. We're not really doing much, but just getting into a little bit of wide open throttle. That's about it. All right, guys, that was a pretty fun ride. Definitely pulls pretty hard at about 12 pounds of boost. Probably gonna have to get rid of this old turbo blanket. Had some oil on it from the last race we had. That's about the only problem I really see. Got that stuff set up again, once again, AGP 8087 363 stroker. Pretty badass little unit. Pretty happy with the build. Pretty happy with how good it pulls as well. Now I look forward to getting this car up on the road with the driveline and the new transmission. Pretty much a replica of the white car, just 600 pounds lighter. Got a lot of plans for this thing in 2025. I just got tired of staring at it, started putting all the parts together. I'm getting close. If you guys enjoy this sort of content, leave me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, consider subscribing. Check out that join button below if you want to become a member of the channel. Outside that, I'll see you guys soon in the next video. Thanks for watching.